Welcome to Boost Your Business English Podcast, the podcast where we help you elevate your professional communication skills. I'm your host, Chloe, and as always, I'm joined by our business English expert, Alex. Welcome, Alex.
Great to be here, Chloe. Ready to get started?
Absolutely. Today, we're diving into a topic that can be a bit intimidating for many people: negotiations.
That's right. But it doesn't have to be. With the right language and strategy, you can navigate any negotiation with confidence.
So, where do we begin? What's the most important thing to remember before you even walk into the room?
Great question. The key is preparation and mindset. A negotiation isn't the battle. It should be a collaborative effort to find a win-win outcome.
A win-win outcome. I like that. So, it's not about one person winning and the other losing.
Exactly. Both parties should feel like they've gained something valuable. The language we use should reflect that spirit of cooperation right from the very start.
Okay, so let's say the meeting has started. How do you kick things off in a professional way?
You want to set a positive and clear tone. You could start with something like, "Thank you for meeting with us today. We're here to discuss the terms of our new partnership."
Right, simple and direct.
Or, to emphasize that collaborative goal, you could say, "Our main objective is to find a mutually beneficial solution." That phrase, mutually beneficial, is very powerful.
Mutually beneficial. Got it. What if you want the other side to speak first?
An excellent strategy. You could say, "Perhaps we can start by you outlining your key priorities." This shows you're ready to listen and value their input.
That's really helpful. So, we're here to discuss. Our main objective is to find a mutually beneficial solution, and perhaps you can start by outlining your priorities.
Precisely. Now, once the conversation is flowing, it's time to make your initial proposal. You can use phrases like, "We would like to propose an initial price of $10,000 per unit."
We would like to propose. Okay, what if you want to be a bit more flexible or hypothetical?
That's where conditional language comes in. You can say, "What if we were to offer a 12-month contract instead of a 6-month one?" Or, "Could you consider a discount for a bulk order?" This opens the door for discussion without committing you completely.
What if we were to, and would you consider? That feels less confrontational.
Exactly. And when they make a counteroffer, it's important to acknowledge their point before stating your own. A great phrase for this is, "I understand your position, but from our perspective, we need more flexibility on the delivery date."
I understand your position, but that's a great way to show respect while still disagreeing.
And if you're getting close to an agreement, but there's still a gap, you can suggest a compromise. For example, "Would you be willing to meet us halfway on the price?"
Okay, so we've bargained, we've met halfway. How do we lock it in and close the deal?
When you feel an agreement has been reached, you need to confirm it clearly. You can say, "Great, I think we can agree on those terms." It's also good practice to summarize everything to make sure there are no misunderstandings. You'd say, "So, to summarize the main points, we've agreed on a price of $450 per unit with a minimum order of 1,000 units and a delivery date of June 1st.
That's really smart. It prevents problems later on.
Absolutely. And finally, you end on a positive, forward-looking note. Something like, "Excellent, we're very excited about this, and we look forward to a successful partnership."
Perfect. A strong positive finish. This has been incredibly useful, Alex. So to quickly recap for our listeners, start collaboratively, use conditional phrases for proposals, acknowledge the other side's position, and summarize clearly to close the deal.
You got it. That's the foundation of successful negotiation.
Thank you so much for your insights. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in to Business English Boost. Join us next week when we'll be talking about effective email communication.
Looking forward to it.